Before I even start it, the first thing I'm going to do is open this coolant cap, and I'm looking for any foam or anything. This one's completely dry, and I'm going to look in here and look for anything that looks like oil. This one looks pretty clean. There's a little bit of stuff floating, but it does not look like oil to me. It looks like dirt or something else. It's not oil. And it doesn't look like diesel. You also want to give this a good sniff and just see if you can smell diesel or any oil that might be in there. Those would be huge red flags. What I'm going to do is open this cap back here, which I already noticed that this cap is in rough shape. Got a hole in it, but not going to affect the functionality of it. I don't see any cream on this either. And looking in there, I don't see any cream either. And look for anything that looks like new parts. Obvious one to me right here is a new alternator in here. The other thing that looks a little shiny is this vacuum pump over here. And I see that it's got the Sinister diesel, probably the blue spring upgrade. And it also has the short cap here, which the tall cap is not necessarily bad if they are putting the correct filter in, but you want to make sure that the filter is pushing all the way down so that it is cycling oil through. If it has the short cap, you know for sure that it is. If it has the tall cap, you want to double check that they've been using the correct filter, which you can ask, or you can just take that off if they will let you, and make sure that it's the correct filter. I'm looking for any oil. I can see that there's oil in this valley here, and it actually looks like it's coming from the oil pressure sensor in there. It's probably hard to see on camera, but there is oil in there, and it's all around that sensor. So that's something that I know I'm gonna have to replace, but it's also a very easy replacement, and I actually have a video on that in the description if you're interested in that. Very common for these 6.0s to have oil leaks, and they are not necessarily a huge red flag. It is just something to be aware of. I'll look and try to see if it has been deleted. The EGR has been deleted. This one has not. You can see right back here between the manifold and the turbo and exhaust that the EGR is still in there. You can also look down here and see it between here. It's really hard to see on the camera there, but it is in there. So it's most likely not been deleted unless someone has welded the EGR shut in the back, which we don't know, but we know that it is likely not deleted. To the driver's side and trying to see if it has been studded. So we want to look in here. I'm going to do my best to get it on camera, but I can see right there that it is a bolt, not a stud. And so I know that this has not been studded, which means the head gasket has probably never been done, which that is a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a truck that is stock that you want to bulletproof yourself, or just something that has been unmolested, then that's a good thing. If you're trying to find a nicer 6.0 that's already been all done and you're willing to pay extra to have it already be bulletproofed, then that's a bad thing. So it's really just depends on what you're looking for. The Blue Spring upgrade most people like, and I would say Sinister Diesel is not a terrible brand to have on there. It's better than putting on some cheap $20 Amazon one. So that is maybe a positive. I also like that it has a port here that you could plug into to check fuel pressure if you wanted to do that in the future. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments. Now in the cab, first thing I noticed is it does have a tuner, which means sometimes that's an indication that it may have been driven hard, but not necessarily. I mean, some people have tuners for towing and different things like that, but just looking at the truck as a whole, I do think this one has been driven hard just based on the types of things that it has on it that just kind of tells me about the person that probably owned it. We're gonna start it up and see if we have any engine codes. And it fired right up. It did not have a long crank, which is a good sign that we don't have any oil pressure problems. No codes. We just got the brake on because I have the parking brake on and seatbelt indicator, so no red flags there. I do know that this one had the water and fuel come on, so you can check for that, but that's probably not a huge deal. You can drain the water pretty easily yourself. Next, I'm gonna check for any blow-by by taking the oil cap off. And we have a little bit of smoke coming out, but really not a lot, nothing I'm concerned about. We're gonna set the oil cap here. It doesn't have a lot of, it's vibrating, but it doesn't have back pressure, so that's no red flags there. If this was popping off, then you would be concerned that you got pressure in your crankcase. I'm just listening to it to see if I hear anything irregular, and the only thing that I'm hearing is a bit of a belt squeak, which is not really a big deal to me. Everything else, it sounds great. I don't hear any misses. You do all that and you take it for a test drive, you want to check your coolant and oil again, just in case they try to pull something fast on you, or they change the coolant and they change the oil, try to make it look nice. You should see foam and things if you took it for a nice drive. And I would try to let the truck run for a good amount of time, just to make sure that you don't have any issues of an high pressure oil leak that is going to cause a hot no start, or have it shut down on you once it gets hot up to operating temp. So I would drive it at least long enough to get it up to operating temperature and try to let it run, even if you're just sitting there letting it idle a little bit before you drive, and then driving it, and then let it idle after you drive, and recheck all your things to make sure that you don't have a bad head gasket. And I will say that, you know, people can try to deceive you, and you can just do the best that you can to make sure that the head gasket is not blown. That's the major concern with these 6.0s, and the most expensive repair that you could possibly have to do. So you just want to try to do your best to make sure that you don't have any coolant in the oil, no oil in the coolant, or diesel in the coolant, or anything like that, and make sure that you don't have blow-by, which is going to have pressure in your crankcase and blow. If you set your cap on there and it blows it up, then you know that you got problems there, and I would not buy that unless you're looking for a parts truck or you're getting a really good deal and you know you're going to put money into it. If you have any other things for the engine that you check when you're looking at a 6.0, let me know in the comments, and hopefully we all have a good buying experience. Stay independent out there.